Okay, now we are going to see about Ohm's law, KCL, Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. First we will say about Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? Until there is no change in the physical quantities. For example, temperature. There is no change in the temperature. I, current is proportional to voltage. What is the meaning? Say, take a circuit, simple circuit I will take. Okay, here I am taking a simple circuit. Okay, there is no change in the physical quantity. Example, temperature V. Okay, V here, so the current will flow. This is a closed path, so the current will flow. So current depends upon voltage. Okay, that is, if I increase voltage, current will increase. If I decrease voltage, current will decrease. So I is proportional to V. Otherwise I can write V by I equal to constant. It is a constant. That is, the ratio V by I will be a constant. If V increases, automatically what will happen? I increases. The meaning is that I increases, not V increases. Start like so. If V increases, automatically I will increases. The V by I ratio will be constant. That ratio equal to V by I will be equal to R. V by I will be equal to R. This is Ohm's law. Simply we can say that V equal to IR. This is the simple Ohm's law. Voltage equal to current into resistance. The resistance unit is ohms. Already you have studied all those things. This is Kirchhoff Ohm's law. What is the second one? Second one, KCL. What is KCL? Kirchhoff's current law. What's Kirchhoff's current law? In a junction or node. What is meant by junction? See, if two electrical circuits is there, suppose there is an electric circuit is like this. This point is called a junction. Okay. If there is another like this thing, another circuit is there. This point is called junction. Okay. Junction or node. Okay. In a junction or node, okay, the algebraic sum of all the currents. Okay. Algebraic sum of all the currents will be equal to 0. Okay. What is meant by algebraic sum? The algebraic sum of current meeting at a junction, correct exact word, the algebraic sum of current meeting at a junction or node equal to 0. Okay, for example, I am taking a junction like this thing, this is like this thing. Okay, another thing is that I am going this thing. Okay, there are like this thing. Okay, the algebraic, I am putting the current, this is the junction or node. The incoming current here it is I1, the current here I2. So here the current is coming inside. From this node, current is going outside. This is I3, this is I4. And this is I5. So 5 currents are there. Okay, the algebraic sum of the currents meeting at a junction equal to 0. What is meant by algebraic sum? If I take incoming current as positive, I have to take outgoing current as negative. So what is Kirchhoff's current law says? I1 plus I2. Why I am putting plus means both are coming inside. Outgoing current I have taken as negative. That is called algebraic sum. Minus I3, minus I4, minus I5. Because all are going outside equal to 0. This is algebraic sum. Okay, this is algebraic sum of the current meeting at a junction equal to 0. Otherwise, simply I can say in a junction or node, incoming current equal to outgoing current. This is also Kirchhoff current law. Easily I can say incoming current equal to outgoing current. The sum of incoming current will be equal to sum of outgoing current. The sum of incoming current will be equal to sum of outgoing current. Simply I am saying, but this is the correct term. Okay, the algebraic sum of all the currents meeting at a junction or node equal to 0. Okay, suppose it is a 2 mark question or 1 mark, just don't leave as it is. 1 mark question means okay, 2 mark question means just what you have to do, just to substitute some values. Substitute some values. For example, here I can put 5, 10, I had to put 15. So 15 will be equal to, suppose here it is 3, here it is 6, suppose 6 plus 9, so here it automatically here it will be 6. Okay, so 15 will be equal to this 15. Like this you have to give an example. With any example you can give. It's not simple example also you can give. Okay, so but you have to give an example, then only it will be worth for 2 mark question. So writing an equation and that's not sufficient for 2 mark. The algebraic sum of the current meeting and junction or node equal to 0, like this not sufficient. Just you have to give an example like this thing for with values. Otherwise this diagram, this is sufficient. Okay. Next, what is Kirchhoff's voltage law? See, Kirchhoff's voltage laws, I will remove all those things. Okay. Third one, Kirchhoff's voltage law. This is a KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Here, in a closed path, that is very, very important because here we have not seen any closed path. Okay, here it is a closed path. For example, closed path means I will take a circuit like this thing. In a closed path, I am taking a resistance like this thing, I am resistance like this thing, and I am resistance like this thing. Okay, this is R1, this is R2, and this is R3. Okay, what Kirchhoff's current? This is voltage. Okay, in a closed circuit, this is closed. In a closed circuit, whether the current will flow or not, yes, current will flow. So in a closed circuit, okay, in a closed circuit, the algebraic algebraic sum of all the potentials will be equal to 0. Okay, what is the meaning? The algebraic sum of all the potential means here the potential will be V1, here the potential will be V2, here the potential will be V3. This V plus V1 plus V2 plus V3 will be equal to 0. This is the Kirchhoff's current law. Oh, sorry, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, because before applying this thing, Kirchhoff's voltage law, it's very, very important because Kirchhoff's current law, everybody, Ohm's law, everybody knows V equal to IR. Easily you can apply. Always you have studied. Similarly, KCL in a junction or node, incoming current equal to outgoing current. That is also very understood one. Okay, but here everywhere we have to apply this Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, then to find the value of current or resistance like this thing. Here I have taken 3 resistors. We are connected in series. Okay, see all the connected in series. How can I connect it? I say I can tell it current is series. See, if the current is same, the same current is flowing, so I can say that it is connected in series. That's the easiest method to find whether it is connected in series or not. Yes, all are connected in series. Okay, so what is the voltage here? What is the voltage here? What is the voltage here? I have to apply which law? Ohm's law. Okay, here what is the voltage? V1 equal to only one current I into R1. This is the voltage here. Here V2 equal to, here I will write V2 equal to I into R2. The current is same. Okay, similarly here V3 equal to I into R3. I into R3, not IR3, it is I into R3. This is voltage. V1 equal to this value. If I add all those voltage, it will be equal to 0. But how to add? That is very, very important. How to apply this KVL, KCL, that's the thing. See how the current is flowing. The current is flowing in this direction, clockwise direction, because the current always flow from positive to negative and ends at negative. Starts at positive and it ends at negative. Okay. Here current is flowing in, only one current is there, so current is flowing in clockwise. So in the resistor, how do we have to mention means here it is easily we can mention. First we have to mention the plus minus notation. See here easily I can mention because longer line is positive and shorter line is negative. This is given. Okay, here in this resistor, which is plus means the current incoming point is plus, the current outgoing point is minus. See here the current is incoming point to this particular resistor, the current is outgoing point is negative. So I am coming like this thing. Into this resistor R2, the current entering point is plus and the current leaving point is negative. Similarly for this R3, which current is entering point? This point. See, this is the whole resistor. This point is positive and this point is negative. Why? The current is flowing like this thing. This point is positive, this point is negative. But here it is voltage source, it will be given. Here remaining things we have to assign. We have to put the assign. Then what we have to do? Okay, we have to start. So I am putting a notation A, B, C, D. Okay, this is again A. Okay. So how to apply KCL? First we have to assign the current direction. This is the first thing. Second thing, I will explain it clearly Kirchhoff how to apply KVL, because KVL we have to apply many areas, because in circuits, okay, during Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, many theorems we have to, there is a chances are there to apply this thing. Directly we cannot solve. Okay, so first we have to assume the current direction. We know the current direction will be clockwise. Next we had incoming current equal to positive, outgoing current equal to negative. Okay, actually, okay, that's the thing is that, okay, how to apply means I should not go in clockwise, I should always go in anti-clockwise. That is, apply KVL in anti-clockwise. Always we have to apply. This will be easy. Why? See, we can also apply clockwise also, but very easiest method is to apply anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means we have to apply A, D, that is A, then D, then C, then B, and finally A. Where I have studied at the end, but I have to apply in the anti-clockwise direction. This is very easy when compared to which thing? Applying clockwise. Okay, I am starting from A, I am going to D. So which is coming first? Plus is coming first, because plus is coming first. So see, actually I should not say plus is coming first. I have to say which is potential rise or potential. Here potential rise is happening, remaining all the area potential drop is happening. For simplicity I am saying, see, when coming to A, which is coming first? Plus is coming. So plus V, potential rise. Okay, coming to this thing, here it is potential. First is coming first, minus is coming. So it's potential drop, but which is coming first? That we had write minus. I should not write R3. R3 is resistance. What is the voltage? I into R3. Minus I into R3. minus, why? Because first is coming, go like this, minus I into R2, then I am going by this way, and which is coming first? Minus is coming, minus I into R1 equal to 0. The algebraic sum of all the potential, okay, in a closed path, the algebraic sum of all the potentials will be equal to 0. This is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, otherwise in a closed path, the sum of potential rise will be equal to sum of potential drop. That also we can say, but the correct word is the algebraic sum of all the potentials in a closed path will be equal to 0. So this is the method we have to apply KCL. Don't go in clockwise direction. Okay, clockwise direction also we can go. How can I go? Means plus I into R1 plus I into R1 plus I into R2 plus I into R3 minus V equal to 0. Likewise also we can go, but always apply KCL in anti-clockwise. See, this current direction may be different. Don't confuse with this. Current minus is used to just to put plus minus only. Okay, plus minus plus minus. Okay, next I will go for a double circuit. Okay, two circuit thing. Okay, then you so here I am taking a circuit like this thing. Here also a voltage source is there. Okay, suppose they are asking apply KCL. Okay, this is V1 and this is V2, this is R1, this is R2 and this is R3. Suppose they are asking by using KVL, find the current in each, because this will find the current in each mesh. Mesh means closed path. Otherwise find the current in each resistor, like this they are asking. Okay, first thing what we have to do, this is a step-by-step procedure. Okay, applying KCL and finding the current is a step-by-step procedure. Okay, the first step, what is the step means, here the value will be given, all the values will be given. The first step, we have to assign current direction for each mesh. What is mean mesh? It is a closed path. Okay, this is a closed path. Here there is a closed path. Just I will put this thing A, B, C, D, E, F. So how many closed paths are there? There are 3 closed paths are there. See, one closed path, second closed path and the third closed path. So this is called 3 loops are there. Mesh means only 2 mesh, which they are loop which cannot be divided. That is called mesh. So here we are having 2 mesh. So this is Kirchhoff's, we are going for mesh analysis. This is mesh analysis or KVL we are applying. Okay, first thing what we have to do, assign current direction. Assign current direction. Okay, current direction. How to assign current direction? See, always assume in clockwise direction. That will be easy. Here I am assuming the current will be flowing in this direction. This is only assumption. This is not accurate direction. If I get the result in positive, then my current is correct. Okay, direction is correct. Similarly, here I am assuming anti-clockwise direction. What is the meaning of this thing means? The current I1 is flowing from A to B, then E, F, A. Likewise, it is flowing. So what is the current flowing in R1? The current flowing in R1 is I1 and which is in this direction. Okay, what is the current flowing in, okay, that's a thing. I am coming to this thing. Okay, here the current, assuming current direction is clockwise. So what is the current flowing in this thing? Here the current R3 is equal to I2 and it is flowing in this direction. Okay, what is the current flowing through to R2? See, I1 is flowing in this direction, I2 is flowing in this direction. So in R1, I1 is flowing in this direction. Okay, and I2 is also flowing in this direction. Both are in same direction or opposite direction. Both the currents are flowing opposite direction. So the total current in this resistor is I1 minus I2. I1 minus I2, which is greater? Now we don't know which is greater. Second condition I am assuming I1 is greater than I2. This is only assumption. These two are assumption. I1 is greater than I2. Okay, anything. Suppose here it will be 10 volt, here it will be 100 volt. No issue. Let us assume these are all only assumptions. Okay, if we get the negative results, our assumption is wrong. We have to change the direction. Okay, this is I1, I2. So first what we have to, third step, what we have to do, we have to put plus minus. What is mean by plus minus? The current entering point is plus and leaving point is negative. So here I1, here this in source we cannot put plus minus because source will be given. Source will be longer line will be positive and shorter line will be negative. Longer line will be positive and shorter line will be negative. This, it is fixed one. Only we can assign plus minus for resistor. In this resistor, I1 is flowing in this direction. So this is incoming point, this is outgoing point. In this resistor, this current is incoming. I2 is flowing in this direction. So it is flowing plus and minus. Here in R2, which is plus minus, here we have assumed I1 is greater than I2. So I1 suppose 5 means I2 is 3 means 5 minus 3, what's the value? Both are opposite direction. Okay, 5 minus 3 equal to 2. So 2 will be flowing in this direction only. So this will be positive and this will be negative. Okay, this is the second assumption. Okay, that's the thing. So for apply plus minus for all resistors. This is the third step. Fourth step, we had to apply KVL. Fourth step, apply KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, for which mesh means this first mesh. Okay, we will apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. So it is anti-clockwise direction. R A F E, see, A F E B A. In this direction only I have to apply. This will be easy. That's the thing I am saying. So what I have to apply? See here, when I am coming this is plus V1 coming to this thing, which is coming minus. Okay, what is the voltage across this thing? The voltage across this, the current into resistor. What the resistor is R2. What is the current? I1 minus I2 or I2 minus I1? It is I1 minus I2, because we have assumed I1 minus I2 minus I1 minus I2 into R2, because this is voltage, put together is voltage, because Ohm's law, V equal to IR. Okay, then coming to this thing, minus I1 into R1 equal to 0. This is the first equation. Okay, this is the, see, coming from here I am applying here A plus, here I am coming plus, so plus V1 minus we have assumed I1 greater than I2, so always this will be I1 minus I2 only. Likewise, you remember, okay, I1 minus I2 into R2 minus R1. This is R1. What is the current flowing into this? I1 equal to 0. Then fifth step, apply KVL for this loop. This mesh. Which mesh? B E D C B. See, anti-clockwise direction I am applying. See, assuming current direction is clockwise, but how I am applying KVL? I am applying KVL in the anti-clockwise direction. So I am starting from B. So which is coming first? Plus is coming first. Plus. What is the resistance? What is the current flowing through this thing? The current flowing through this thing will be always I1 minus I2. Why it is always I1 minus I2? We have assumed I1 is greater than I2 into R2. See, previously we have it is minus, here it is plus, because we are going like this thing. Then I am going like that thing is that, which is coming plus minus V2. Okay, minus R3. It is not R3 means only resistance. If I multiply current only, then I will get a voltage. So I2, because what the current flowing through this thing, to I2 minus I2 into R2 equal to 0. This is the second equation. If you solve these two equations, we will get I1 and I2. We will get I1 and I2. Then only if I get I1 as positive, then my assumption direction is correct. Suppose if I get I1 as negative, so I have to change the direction. So my assumed direction is wrong. But in this problem, here this will be, I will get I1 as positive, but I will get I2 as negative for normal values. Okay, because if it is 10, this is 8, like this for normal values, I will get this negative value. What the meaning? My assumed direction of clockwise is wrong. I have to change the direction. I have to change means what the current flowing through this thing. If I change the direction, what will happen? Both the currents will flow inside, so I1 plus I2. But while always assuming clockwise direction. We will solve problem, then we will be able to understand these things. Okay, what are the things we have seen? Ohm's law, V equal to IR. Okay, next one, Kirchhoff's current law in a junction or node. Okay, the algebraic sum of all the currents meeting at a junction or node equal to 0. Kirchhoff's voltage law. Here, first two things is very simple. Third thing, we should know how to apply. Okay, how should apply. Okay. Thank you.